YouTube, what's up, man? I hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are nah. In today's video, I'll be breaking down a soulful track that I made with my boy Mshizo and Faith on the vocals. Without further ado, let's just get right into the preview.
You all that I need. You all that I need. You keep taking me high. You keep taking me high. Taking me high. You keep taking me high.
So for this track, we started off with drums and then Mshizo laid down some keys with Lounge Lizard using the default preset, and this is what the keys sound like. I don't really know music theory like that, but the best way I can explain this type of chords is essentially you have your bass notes, and then from there you build a seventh, and then you take your second key in the chord, you bring it up an octave. I selected it using Control and then right click and select it, and then hold Control and then up arrow, and then you can just add filler notes, and then this is what it sounds like. So before, which doesn't sound bad at all, but just for a different taste, we add this right here. To make it playful, or rather to give it rhythm, make sure your magnet is set to 1/4 of a beat, and then you can just pull this one behind one, and then you can pull this one behind two, so it creates that. And now here we can see that it's the same bass note as this, it's a little bit higher. So what he did for this one is essentially just build it normally. You take everything an octave up. For effects, we have reverb and EQ just to cut out some of the lows. A second EQ, which is ducking the lows. I don't think it was needed, but that's what we have for the chords. The next sound that we have is a synth sound. It came from Citrus, I don't know. I don't actually know what preset it was. I remember taking it from a collab project, but this is the melody that Mshizo laid down. The perfect fifth, the fifth key in your scale, that's where your melody runs around. This is our key, and then we just go 1 2 3 4 5. For this part, I just took out the synth and then I introduced an E flute. An E flute is just a simple bass. I think this is just this E flute here. But you can copy the settings if you'd like, but I don't think I changed that much. I just took the bass notes from the chords and then I laid them down. So the next part that we have is the hook. And for this part, I substituted the E piano or the electric piano for a soft grand piano. And this piano comes from Labs. It comes from Labs. As you can see, the chords, if you look at the velocities, they're kind of like randomized. And also I added extra filler notes here. And now to randomize, you hit Alt R and then you just play with the velocity thing. I think when it's the first time you randomize, it looks something like this. You can just disable that and then enable this, and then yeah, play around with the velocities. You can make it bipolar, meaning some are going up, some are going down, or you can make it so that all of them are going up, all of them are being randomized down. This is what those sound like. And for effects, on this, I just have a delay. I think it's too much even. I have reverb, just, wetness. And then I just have an EQ that's cutting out those low bass notes. And again, I have another EQ that's doing the same thing. Not needed, but yeah. And next, I introduced the synth from Citrus, and then I copied its pattern over into a saxophone, brass rather. So this brass is from SRX, and it's the first preset, I believe. Yeah, the first preset when you load it. This is what that sounds like. And the only thing I added here was a reverb for wetness. So before, after. I use this EQ a lot because it doesn't require you to load the whole plugin. So yeah, just decreased here, increased here, decreased here a little bit. And finally, the last sound that I added was this bass slide notes. Bass slide notes is from Hypersonic 2. So I think if you just search bass slide, it should pop up. Yeah, there it is. I just took the bass notes and then I kind of played around with it. Remember, it was like this, I believe. And then yeah, kind of just switched it up a little bit. So this is what that sounds like. Altogether, this is what that sounds like. And next we have the hook section with the log drum. So just took the bass notes, kind of played around with it. I'm using this preset. I think it's just a log drum preset, but then I kind of just tweaked it a little bit. But you can copy the settings from here. And the pattern that I played is this. And then I also added a up, which is from, what's this plugin again? I forgot this plugin's name. Oh, Silent One. That's what this sounds like. And for effects, I just have reverb and then the regular schmegular EQ. And this is what that part sounds like. So next, let's just quickly break down the vocal chain that I have here. So this is what it sounds like, and then I'll break it down.
You keep taking me higher, fulfill my desire.
So let's just go through each of the things that I added and see what each one does. So first thing is an EQ. This one is just to take out the frequencies that you don't want. I also boosted here, but mainly you can see I took out a lot of the lows and then, you know, just some nitty-gritty stuff. Next we have a limiter, but this is actually compressing the vocals. So originally it's like this, and then you go to compress, and then you just pick your threshold and your knee. So anything above the threshold gets reduced.
You keep taking me higher.
Next we have Maximus, just for the S sounds.
You keep taking me.
Just reducing them a little bit. Next we have Sound Goodizer. And then next we have Fresh Air. Fresh Air just adds some presence. Next we have an EQ. Again, I don't know why I was taking out this part. Maybe I felt like there was too much low end. Finally, we just have a delay set to 1/4. You just go to set 1/4. And then finally, just a reverb. The only thing I did here was what? I think I just increased the size and then played with this a little bit. So we have before.
You keep taking me higher.
After.
Fulfill my desire.
This vocals here and this one. So it's the same chain. I just right click, go to file, and then just say save mixer state as, and then you hold it and you drag it and then you drop it, and then it will take that whole chain as it is and basically do that. So I took it and placed it on the backhouse, but the only thing I changed out of everything was this EQ and this. I added this. So this EQ, I took away a lot of the highs because I wanted to make it sound as if it was far, like in the background, you know, backup vocals, background. And then I also just added the stereo enhancer just to separate it. That's basically that for the backups. And I just decreased the volume also a lot. Let me actually play it separately so you hear.
We could go in a circle.
Before.
Quit playing on.
But yeah, man, that's basically the full track. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did, please drop a like. Comment something nice, you know. It's been a minute that I posted a video. Say what's up, you know. And if you really want to show love, do subscribe. I'm trying to reach 50k before end of the year. Kinda crazy, but kinda not. And once again, big shout out to Mshizo and Faith. I'll link their socials below. Please do go and show them love. And yeah, man, Jesus loves you. God bless.
You all that I need. We keep going in circles.